Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here at Chainlink, seeing what's going on. This coin is doing very, very well, contrary to how much it sold off here recently. So what it did is it recently dropped down below its previous support level, 1475, wicked right back up there after hitting an overextended state on TD sequential, and now we're right back up here to retest as 1535. Previous support turned resistance level here for us. So it's an interesting way that it's behaving, but it's looking quite nice in the overall sense of things. Keep in mind, Bitcoin just recovered and rallied back a little bit within the last 4 hours. So a lot of this recovery has to do with that. Okay, it's not just moving on its own accord, but it's moving better and greater than other coins at this point. So it's important to recognize the correlation between Chainlink, or the link between between Link and Bitcoin, and it's a pretty nice little situation there, and a lot of symbiosis there. So we'll do this here first. Let's go ahead and jump into the liquidation and kind of identify a few things first. 16.5 is a key level resistance for us, potentially, as far as liquidation is concerned. Now, again, don't get this twisted. Liquidation levels aren't support or resistance levels, but they're commonly placed right above or below key Fibonacci retracement levels, which do act as supports and resistance. So keep in mind, there is, yes, tentative resistance in the $16 mark. It's like I think it's 1640, 1630. Same thing here as well for longs. They're hedged pretty well at about $14 even as a close approximate. So 14 to 16 is the range. We are now closer to 16. So hypothetically, we could see the price continue to sweep up here to sweep this most recent level of liquidation, which is likely identified here on the 12-hour chart. Okay, so take a look at that. Heavy concentration at 1560, 1570. So if you're going to have a profit target on a long, that would probably be a good place to consider taking profits. Okay. Again, I generally like to set my profit targets really close to liquidation levels, at least my first target. And the other ones subsequently based on fib levels just below or above, depending on the direction you're heading. So that's kind of where we're at there. Quick congrats to our community members too. I want to say, hey man, very well done. Super glad this worked out well for you. We took 4 shorts, 30% on ETH, 33% ICP, 30% on Matic, and 25% on Bitcoin. So we hit our second and third targets within 2 days for those shorts. Those are still open because we've adjusted our stop loss to break even. We're still in profit, and we've taken most of our profit already in the first 2 or 3 targets. You should, honestly, if you're trading well, you should be taking about 80% profit on your first target. Somewhere in that range. If it turns back around on you, you can still walk away at break even in the green. Okay? That's kind of how we do it. Honestly, low leverage, low position size, making sure that we are surviving these crazy, crazy market conditions, okay? So Chainlink, let's talk about this here. Let's go ahead and go on with the daily first and work our way down. We'll remove this little jumper there and see what's going on. Okay, so daily time frame. Let's quickly note here, first of all, Chainlink is quite strong in the overall sense of things. Most coins are not exuding this similar behavior to this coin. Yes, it's wavering above and below some moving averages, but we're staying pretty steady above all 4 of them, right? The general consensus is that we're staying and maintaining above them recently. Okay, so last 4 out of 5 days has been pretty bullish in the overall sense, minus this Bitcoin sell-off we saw here, where Chainlink had to correct itself being overextended. One of the only profitable coins in the industry right now. As far as, well, when I say profitable, I refer to not just our profits that we took, because we took a Chainlink long here recently and we are still in profit. That trade actually is still open, but more importantly, just the way that it's responding to these moving averages and staying above that average true range here, right in the range of about $15. It's pretty substantial, pretty awesome situation for us. So Chainlink's looking great. 4-hour time frame. Actually, no, hold on. Let's look at this here really quick too. We do have a lower level liquidity that's been mostly swept. We already talked about that on the back end data there. We take a look at this here though. Very few coins can say they're above 50 on the RSI on the daily. Okay. We've held above 50. That's fantastic. Stochastic is swinging down. That could be a more of a substantial swing. That's mainly showing up because of the fact that we have this guy here. Okay, so if you exclude the Bitcoin sell-off, Chainlink would probably be breaking its most recent high here at about 1760. So the truth is this coin's looking very strong. So for our long position we have open, where we took, 70% profit on our first target, keep it open. Targets 2 through 5 should still hit, pending Bitcoin doesn't drop substantially sub 40,000 in the near future. While I still think Bitcoin will hit its 39.3 mark to fill its CMA gap, that's a different story altogether. I don't think we're going to see that today. It may happen, but Bitcoin has proven to rally back decently well today. So that's tentative for the moment. However, 4-hour time frame, look at this here. We're above all moving averages. We're testing the 20-day SMA rather at about 1535. Again, closing above 1535 would be huge for us. You can see that line there where the price action had a lot of difficulty crossing. So we can kind of reaffirm this as somewhat of a resistance level for us. So to me, 1535 or higher today on a closure would be fantastic for long confirmation, or just helping us understand that we're still on the right side of the tracks. MACD is trying to converge, hasn't fully yet. Stochastic is converging. We're back up over 50 on the RSI. Money flow index is low. This is a perfect point to consider taking a position, because when you have 50 holding on the RSI and money flow index low, it implies people are going to want to start putting money back into this coin. Again, just based on it being considered a good value, right? So hypothetically, this would be the coin to consider investing in right now. Big picture, long term, I still think Chainlink has tremendous potential. That's besides the point. Let's look at the 1 hour and call it a day here. Ichimoku Cloud, what do we got? Well, we're testing the cloud, the upper lead. We've gotten rejected by it a few times so far, so we can't confirm yet that a long position is viable. Exactly all the more reason why here in about 4 hours, today's candlestick will be closing, and if we can be right here in 4 hours, we'll be in good shape to consider a long. Because hypothetically, what should happen is the price should come up here and pivot off of this 1530 mark and continue higher. But again, we don't want to take a trade until we can confirm we've been above the cloud for at least 3 or 4 hours. So if you've watched my Ichimoku Cloud video, you'll know confirmation comes in a lot of different ways. In my experience, it comes when the price action closes above the cloud and can hold there for a while. We see the lagging span, that is free and clear. That's a good sign. Conversion line's above the baseline. We have 2.5 out of 3 reasons to consider a long position right now. Okay. The only thing I would recommend waiting on is Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin sells off and pulls back, we're going to be in a different situation. I'm actually priming myself, or our community rather, because I got a few hundred traders underneath me. We're going to probably be considering a short at Bitcoin between 41.6 and 42.2. This all depends on how Bitcoin closes today, though. Okay. If we get a rejection off 41.6, which should happen, that's supposed to be a resistance level for us, then we're going to see further correction from other coins. So just be mindful. Bitcoin has a lot to do with this, so just be aware of that. I recommend watching my Bitcoin video if you don't already. I also recommend this exchange, phenomenal exchange, best exchange we've used as a community yet. $5,500 in benefit rewards. I can tell you they have no KYC or VPN requirements, significant trading competition. This is their first official. We're going to start having private competitions in February moving forward, but you're only eligible for that if you use my link to register. And why not take advantage of these exclusive offers? So again, fantastic exchange, highly recommended. Our community absolutely loves them, and I'm super thankful to have them around. So thanks again so much for your time. Look forward to working with you. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. We will see you in the next video. Take care.